Before we begin, I need to perform a few routine physical tests. Regulations, you know. Please move your head as far up or down as you can. Okay, now please walk a few steps. Faster, please. Okay, now do a few jumping jacks, please. Finally, a few squats, please. Great! You seem to be in good physical shape, so we can move on to your flying lessons. Let me know how you want to proceed. Yes? We'll start by using the transporter room outside to go to the docking bay. From here, you need to embark and take the controls.
Quasar, Vanguard.
You are cleared for undocking. Proceed. Use the steering controls to turn your ship. Now, use the strafing controls to move sideways or vertically. Okay, before we continue, make sure there's no obstacle right in front of you. I can't check from here, so I have to trust you on this one. When you clear, gently accelerate forwards. There's usually a speed limit inside docking areas, but you don't have to worry about exceeding it. The ship's computer will limit the speed for you. You can also fly backwards. Try this now. Now, I need you to make sure there really is nothing in front of you. When you're ready, strap in and hit your ship's boost. Boosting So let's practice what you've learned so far. I've prepared a little course for you. Please fly close to each of the navigation beacons in turn. Your next target will always be marked in orange. Don't worry, you're not being timed. Fly to the marked station. Now that you're in range, interact with the station to request docking permission. Follow the trail of lights to your assigned dock. You should now be able to see an abstract representation of the docking bay and your position relative to it. Each element must be aligned before you can dock. When aligned, the elements change colour from red to green. Now that your ship is fully aligned, let go of the steering controls. There's a triangular element pointing upwards that represents your ship's position over the dock. If it's darkened, then your ship is outside the displayable area. If you can afford them, there are software upgrades that make this process a bit easier. This next thing is something you are going to be using a lot. I've marked a remote location for you to fly to. Don't worry, I don't expect you to crawl there at your base speed. First, please align your ship so it points roughly towards the target. Now, activate travel mode. Depending on your engine type, it may take a little time to get started. Look at your speed bar just below the crosshairs. You will keep accelerating for a while until you reach your ship's top travel speed. You've probably noticed other modes in the list when you activated this one. Each mode has its special use, and only one mode can be active at a time. Now that you've gathered some speed, you'll notice that steering has become much harder. This is why it's best to point your ship towards your destination before engaging travel mode. Now, turn off the mode the same way you turned it on. You are now coasting, which means a few things. First, your ship is decelerating much more slowly than it normally would. Second, steering is easy again. Give it a try now. Third, you've probably noticed that your ship keeps flying in the same direction. You can come to a stop much more quickly by actively decelerating. This automatically re-engages the safety limits on steering. Try it now. As for the travel direction, any strafe movement will revert that to the behavior you're used to. You can also drop out of travel mode more quickly, skipping the coasting phase. Let's try this now. Please reactivate travel mode. Now wait until you've built up some speed. Whenever you're ready, quickly drop out of travel mode. Great. The next part will take place some distance from here, so let's take a break and let the autopilot do the hard work for now. The autopilot automatically navigates to the current objective. It engages travel mode when appropriate and makes use of gates, accelerators, and highways. It even avoids obstacles in the way. Well, mostly, which is why you still need to be at the controls. You may notice that it sometimes turns travel mode off when everything seems wide open to you. The safeties are on a bit of a hair trigger, probably to keep insurance rates from skyrocketing. Today, we'll learn how to use the various means of travelling between systems and sectors. Before we start, please note the yellow icon below your crosshair. The manuals call it the check engine light, but I've never seen an engine that looks like that. It means that you can't make use of your travel mode right now. That's because this lesson takes place in a region that prevents it from working. Being hit by a weapon disables your travel drive for a short time as well, so don't rely on it to get out of trouble. I've also heard of weapons that target this system specifically to make you an easy target for pirates. On to the actual lesson at hand. In front of you is a jump gate. Sometimes you'll find one that's inactive. This one's working though, which you can tell from the swirly bits in the middle. To use it, simply fly through. That's all there is to it. Now, I've been told that the technology is totally different, but in practice, these accelerators function pretty much exactly like jump gates. Fly through this one. While jump gates connect different star systems, accelerators take you to different places within the same one. Up next, a superhighway. They also take you to sectors within a star system. The main difference is that they are directional, so you need to use the entry gate, not the exit. Fly into the entry gate. As you see, it's a tiny bit slower than the other methods. I like it though, it lets me enjoy the view. Highways can also be local. The entry of one is right in front of you. Fly into it. It has a much slower speed than the superhighway we just came out of, but it's still a whole lot faster than most ships can travel on their own. It's not wide enough for capital ships, though. Medium-sized ships are the largest that can use them. Local highways can be entered and exited at any point along the way. Fly into the one right in front of you. This highway is special in that it leads you right into a jump gate. You don't have to do anything, the transition will just work on its own. There we go. Please pay attention to the objective in the corner of your HUD. It's counting down to when you should exit the highway. Wait until it's done, then exit the highway. Now. Well done. to defend yourself. There are a handful of targets in front of you. Their HUD color indicates that they are enemies. Some are darker than the others. Those are behind something and can't be hit with your weapons right now. I've now activated your primary weapon. The small dots that have just appeared indicate where the weapons are currently aiming. They will automatically track your current target as long as it's close enough. Note that the HUD markers of some targets are smaller. These targets are currently outside your weapon range. Select the closest enemy target. A new HUD element has appeared right in the center of the target. This is the aim ahead indicator. It shows you where you need to aim, which is especially useful if the target is moving. Slowly cycle through all the targets. When a target outside your weapon range has been selected, you can see the weapon indicators becoming darkened. The aim ahead indicator also changes its appearance. Select the closest enemy target again and shoot at it until it's destroyed. Keep destroying the targets. You'll need to move closer in order to hit some of them. If you look to the right of your crosshair, you will see bars next to your weapons that gradually fill up when you are firing. This is heat. It automatically dissipates when you stop firing. This happens more slowly if there are multiple weapons cooling down at the same time. Your weapons just overheated. You will not be able to fire until they've cooled to a safe temperature. This target is much sturdier than the others. Look at the blue bar above the target. This is its shield strength. After a few seconds without damage, it will begin to recharge. All shields work like this, including your own. I've now activated your secondary weapon, a missile launcher. It's loaded with a type of guided missile that requires a target lock. Please select the target in front of you. You can now see a lock being acquired. You may fire when ready. The target has dropped something. Fly right at it to pick it up. It's another type of missile. It has been automatically added to your ammunition storage. Missile launchers have limited ammunition. You can see the number of remaining missiles to the left of your crosshair. Look at the curved blue bar below your crosshairs. I'm going to demonstrate damage to your shields. Wait for it. There we go, it's recharging.
Hello.
Today we'll cover another important topic, missions. As a reminder, the current objective of the active mission is always shown in the message ticker. Right now, the objective does not have a specific target. Let's change that. I've now set one of the ships in front of you as the mission target. The yellow markings let you know which one it is. Please select the mission target. Good. I've now changed the mission target to a different ship. A yellow arrow near your crosshair points in its direction. It should be to the right of it. Turn your ship until you see the mission target in front of you. Well done. Open the map. Mission targets are highlighted in the same yellow on the map. And as you can see, there can be more than one at a time. A lot more. Targets don't always need to be objects either. Some missions give you a position or area in space like this. What the radius means really depends on the mission. Maybe you need to find something somewhere in there, or are required to cover the entire area with satellites. For now, I just need you to fly anywhere in that area.
Empty space. Empty space.
All right. Open the map. Open the highlighted menu. This menu shows you any mission offers that you are aware of. Some are broadcast widely, most are more local. Select one of the mission offers. You can now see its title, description and objectives. The map also temporarily shows you guidance for the mission you've selected. Accept both missions. Good. You may have noticed that the mission area is no longer marked. That's because you can only see guidance for one mission at a time, and accepting a mission automatically activates it. This doesn't mean that inactive missions are paused. You can still progress and even complete them while they're inactive. And of course, you can choose which mission should be active at any given time. Open the highlighted menu. Here you can see all of your accepted missions. The active mission is shown in yellow. Select the inactive training mission and activate it. Good. Now, abort both training missions. You have no guidance now. This is because one mission ending does not automatically activate another mission. Activate the remaining mission yourself, please. Good. Now, please zoom out, find the station in the other sector, and interact with it. Select Start Guidance to Object. This isn't really a mission, but guidance is now temporarily switched to lead you to this station. Rather, it would do that if you knew the way. Your computer doesn't have the necessary jump gate in its database, so it's showing you that you need to find it in order to proceed. I'm marking the gate's location on the map. Look for a question mark. Close the map and fly to it.
Autopilot disengaged.
Now that the gate is in range, the computer has automatically added it to the database and updated guidance to lead you through it. Follow guidance until you're at the destination.
Enter.
Well done. Unlike real missions, this one has automatically switched back to giving you guidance for the previously active mission. You can also get this kind of guidance by asking people for directions to certain locations or people. And that's it for this lesson.
Superhighway at Tikva's Choice 1. Ides Vanguard. Superhighway at Tikva's Choice 1. Cerberus Vanguard. Superhighway at Ides Vanguard. Superhighway at Tikva's Choice 1.
Please halt. We will be scanning your inventory. Nothing found. You're free to go.
Entering Atikva's choice 1. M.
Go away. Striking. Come on, you'll have to do better than that.
Ammunition container. In Carcachua, Sentinel.
Comms channel open. Goodbye.
Go away.
Highway, Argon Prime. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Trade deal's been confirmed.
That will be all. Please come in. I apologize for the state of the place. Things are rather hectic at the moment. We've signed a number of promising new trade contracts, but circumstances have left us spread a bit thin.
Green, we have an issue with the inbound ore fighter.
I hear you, doll. I'll be there in a minute. It seemingly never ends. We've prepared a freighter for you to fly over to one of our new partners. Honestly, as long as you can deliver those goods on time, I'll be happy. If you do that, the ship's as good as yours. If you screw us over, well, the worst we can do is revoke your docking privileges. Sorry to cut and run, but there's something that needs my attention. I look forward to seeing how you do.
That's the ship. We'll grant you access now. Take good care of her. We don't have much in the budget for repairs.
Callisto, Sentinel.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Highway, Silent Witness. 1.
Look right below your crosshair. You can see a few moving bars there. They indicate that there is some kind of signal leak nearby. Finding those is a lot easier when scan mode is active. Try to do so on your own first. I'll mark it in a little bit.
Factory.
To scan these, you need to get really close and keep them centered in your crosshair for a few seconds.
Factory. Factory. Factory.
computer was able to extract some information from it. The type of information can vary a lot, and sometimes it's actually someone offering you a mission on the download. Most of the time, you'll find something that you can use to negotiate a better deal for a specific resource or product at the station. Try to scan another leak. Your ship's scanner isn't enough to unlock this one. You need to get really close using your spacesuit. Do so now.
Quasar, Vanguard.
Scanning still works the same way here. Try it. Ah, you lost it. Try again. You may also be able to find paid work to repair these before anyone can exploit them. Go and repair the marked one now. Best turn off scan mode so that you don't accidentally scan it. There we go. These leaks are usually just a product of wear and tear, but sometimes criminals use handcrafted EMP bombs to create them. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but at least try not to get caught doing anything shady, all right?
Entering system. Silent witness. unknown object. Docking granted.
Requesting immediate backup.
Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Requesting immediate backup.
Hello there, Captain. I understand you're delivering goods on behalf of Hatikva. Please stand by while we run some checks. All clear. Sorry about that. We're happy to see Hatikva move away from those sketchy dealings of the past. If it means fewer scale plate pack ships in our space, I'm all for it. Just watch your back out there, Captain.
Guard spotted.
Entering system. Hatikva's choice. Hermes. Sentinel. Docking granted. successfully docked.
Welcome.
Callisto, Sentinel.
I told you this could happen.
You also said it could be prevented. Captain, good to see you back.
Ah, this must be the new recruit.
Things went smoothly, I take it. This is Dalbusta. He's been helping us in our efforts to expand our business.
That's one way of putting it.
As you may have heard, a Tikva freighter was destroyed earlier today. It seems that the Scaleplate Pact don't like the idea of us going clean.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when you act on bad intel.
That's something we're looking to improve on. If you're willing, I'd like you to help us. Our goal is to break all ties with Scaleplate while making sure they don't continue harassing us.
Easier said than done, but with the right preparation, I'll have them eating out of your hand. I'll be on my ship. I look forward to working with you.
He's nothing if not confident. So, what do you say? At Tikva, I've not had it easy in the years gone by. We traded with whoever was willing. They were chaotic times, and Scaleplate gave us an opportunity to grow. The Argon simply offer better trade and security prospects than Scaleplate ever could. I've known Dahl for several years now. He's a very cunning and skilled analyst. When I was tasked to expand our trade operations, get closer to the Argon, I knew I needed him on board. Unfortunately, the Scaleplate Pact has proven to be rather erratic. Glad to hear it. I'll let Dahl know. Just follow his instruction and you'll be fine. Why don't you go chase Dahl down? I'm sure he'd want to show off his ship.
Ah, Captain, welcome aboard my ship. She's a beauty, isn't she? She's equipped with the best surveillance and computing technology around, and you couldn't ask for a better crew. Handpicked them myself. So, what can I do for you? I'm here to give Hatikva options on how to deal with their Scaleplate problem. I specialize in analyzing and resolving troublesome situations, but to do that, I need reliable information. The Hatikva Free League has spent a lot of effort getting closer to the Argon Federation, as well as presenting itself as an up-and-coming economic power. It was decided that dealings with Scaleplate were to be scaled down in order to smooth any relations with local law enforcement. Scaleplate has taken this as an affront to their operations in the area. Now they want to play dirty. Eager to get started? How about we give you a nice, simple task to begin with? We need more information regarding Scaleplate supply lines and distribution methods. Anything to help us in predicting their movements and behavior. It's also something the local law enforcement would be interested in knowing. You'll be acquiring that data from one of their stations. For that, you'll need a computer worm to confuse their security protocols. Lucky for you, we can have one prepared in no time. You'll need a nimble ship, perhaps a scout. Just in case you need to get out of there quick. We'll send you the worm program when it's ready.
Nova, Vanguard.
We've uploaded the worm to your ship database. Don't worry, it won't do anything to your systems.
Don't let them get away.
Docking permission granted.
The safest method of delivery is through an external vulnerability. You can usually find some on poorly maintained stations. We leave it up to you which station to target. Just let the program do its thing. ship's scan mode to look for any data leaks. If you have any spacesuit EMP mines, you could use them to expose further leaks.
Space Weed Farm.
This is Dal. We're getting data from the worm program. Good work. Get out of there safely.
Space Weed Farm. Scan it to log Buzzard. Sentinel.
Looks like you've got some scale plate ships after you.
Critical. Ejecting. Emergency eject successful. Nova, Vanguard.
Please halt. We will be scanning your inventory. Nothing found. You're free to go.
That was a really silly thing to do. You're in.
Entering system. Silent witness. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Hello there, Captain. I understand you're delivering goods on behalf of Hatikva. Please stand by while we run some checks. All clear. Sorry about that. We're happy to see Hatikva move away from those sketchy dealings of the past. If it means fewer scale plate pack ships in our space, I'm all for it. Just watch your back out there, Captain.
Entering system. Hatikva's choice. Docking granted. Successfully docked.
Welcome.
Hello. Hello. Goodbye.
I told you this would happen.
Captain, good to see you back.
Ah, this must be the new recruit.
Things went smoothly, I take it. This is Dalbusta. He's been helping us in our efforts to expand our business.
That's one way of putting it.
As you may have heard, a Tigva freighter was destroyed earlier today. It seems that the Scaleplate Pact don't like the idea of us going clean.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when you act on bad intel.
That's something we're looking to improve on. If you're willing, I'd like you to help us. Our goal is to break all ties with Scaleplate while making sure they don't continue harassing us.
Easier said than done, but with the right preparation, I'll have them eating out of your hand. I'll be on my ship. I look forward to working with you.
He's nothing if not confident. So, what do you say? Glad to hear it. I'll let Dal know. Just follow his instruction and you'll be fine. Why don't you go chase Dal down? I'm sure he'd want to show off his ship.
Ah, Captain. Welcome aboard my ship. She's a beauty, isn't she? She's equipped with the best surveillance and computing technology around. And you couldn't ask for a better crew. Handpicked them myself. So, what can I do for you? Eager to get started? How about we give you a nice, simple task to begin with? We need more information regarding scale plate supply lines and distribution methods. Anything to help us in predicting their movements and behavior. It's also something the local law enforcement would be interested in knowing. You'll be acquiring that data from one of their stations. For that, you'll need a computer worm to confuse their security protocols. Lucky for you, we can have one prepared in no time. You'll need a nimble ship, perhaps a scout. Just in case you need to get out of there quick. We'll send you the worm program when it's ready.
We've uploaded the worm to your ship database. Don't worry, it won't do anything to your systems. The safest method of delivery is through an external vulnerability. You can usually find some on poorly maintained stations. We leave it up to you which station to target. Just let the program do its thing. access to EMP mines, you could use them to expose further leaks.
Docking Grunt Space Wheat Farm.
This is Dal. We're getting data from the worm program. Good work. Get out of there safely.
Docking aborted.
Space!
This is Dal.
We've had another freighter targeted by scale plate. No casualties this time, but they're limping home. I hope you found something we can use to make them think twice.
It just so happens that we've gathered a wealth of information on their logistics, thanks to the new recruit. We're prepared to do some harassment of our own.
I'm sick of us being toyed with. I leave it up to you, Dal. Just don't go overboard.
It seems that we have a new mission. I already have something in mind. It appears that you already have the materials.